Barry, you say you came to suspect that you yourself were gay while you were in the service. You know, a lot of the bottom line of what critics of lifting the ban on gays in the military say has to do with day-to-day experiences in the service. For instance, were you ever stimulated by seeing naked men in the showers?
No, never. That's something that's an issue that does need to be addressed, because homosexuals aren't any more hypersexual than heterosexuals, and actually that it could be opposite. There was something during World War II that the British said, there's three problems with the United States military personnel. One, they're overpaid, they're oversexed, and they're over here. And no, my Marines were my Marines, and I took care of my Marines. And I didn't think anything like that, because we had a job to do.
So being in the constant company of a lot of other men did not push along your sexual choice?
No, not at all.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all.
And what about the charge that gays can't be counted on in battle?
Well, I don't think that's proven. It's more fear. It's a tool that's used to support the ban and those type of issues. I served in the Philippine coup attempt in the Philippines, and my performance was exemplary, was outstanding,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm proud of that.
Mm-hmm.
You said that you would not have come out during that time because there was so much homophobia, and it would have been disruptive to you. If it would have been disruptive to you, then does it not stand that if they lift the ban, then it's going to be disruptive to other people?
Right. It will be disruptive at first, but it's going to take some education and just practical experience. Those who come out are more than likely going to have a long history of excellent service, and that they've more than likely have already proven themselves to their heterosexual counterparts.
Do you think that the men that you commanded would have respected you as much if they had known that you were gay?
You know, that's a touchy issue, because whenever you're in charge of military personnel, you're expected to get out with your Marines and do things with them. You're expected to take care of them and see how things are going. If they suspected that you're gay or knew that you were gay, they would think that you probably had some hidden agenda or some ulterior motives behind it.
Go ahead, Ed.
Barry, there's a book by Joseph Stephan, who was thrown out of the Annapolis in 1987, a book called Honor Bound. Are you familiar with that by any chance?
No, I'm not.
Okay, and this is a story of one man's battle with the Navy, and he's in court, and he's now a very involved gay rights activist. He makes an interesting statement in an interview with the New York Times this week, saying heterosexual men have an annoying habit of overestimating their own attractiveness. What's he getting at?
I really agree with that. That's, for some reason, heterosexual men think, and it borders on megalomania even, that because they're heterosexual, just because they're a man, that all gay males are going to find them attractive, and that's not the case at all.
Keith Elston, let me ask you, we're talking about benefits, veterans' benefits. Are there rumbles, threats from the Pentagon that benefits might be cut off for those veterans who did falsify their enlistment papers and say, no, I'm not gay, when they were?
I haven't heard of rumbles coming from the Pentagon. Technically, there's a possibility that people who identify themselves as gay or lesbian during this particular time run the risk of losing their benefits, because all former military people remain subject to the Uniform Code of Military Justice. And because of that, the Veterans Administration could possibly see that as something they need to address at some point in the future. It has not happened to this point. As far as we know, I checked with the ACLU's Washington office just the other day on this, and the person who takes the lead in terms of this issue for the ACLU, and his response was that to this point that has not happened, and there have been people all over the country who are coming out now. And there has been no rumblings to the effect that they will start instigating proceedings to take away benefits.
Barry, did you, as what your fellow soldiers, fellow Marines believe to be a heterosexual male, did you hear a constant stream of anti-gay jokes?
Sure, I heard a constant stream of anti-everything jokes in the military, but I didn't really think much of it. I just didn't participate in hardly any of those types of antagonistic jokes anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear a lot of racial jokes and comments?
Sure, there's a lot there.
Did that change over the years you were in the Marine Corps? Did it increase or lessen to any degree?
Nothing perceptibly, no.
I'll just raise a question that some critics have raised. You said that it would be disruptive for a time, and that perhaps that Marines or soldiers would not, at least initially, respect their commanders who came out. Critics are asking, what if this disruption occurs during battle? And what if the disruption is extended?
Well, actually, during combat, any type, most anti-gay type of witch hunts or anything like that are pretty much suspended. And also in combat, things like that just aren't an issue. You're worried too much about whether you're going to get your food for the next day or dodging rounds or something like that. It's not an issue at all.